What's up, everybody? It's the Best Spot Kid Smooth, and we gotta talk about Halo Infinite, man. We gotta talk about Halo Infinite. What's up, everybody? Once again, like I said, Halo, man. It is something's going on with Halo that is completely weird. The multiplayer portion of the game is out. It's being played across multiple devices, platform. It has a great reception. Of course, it has its issues and whatnot that people are complaining about. We got the campaign, which is highly anticipated, which is due to come out on Wednesday, and obviously that's gonna create an influx of players as it's been long awaited. But this multiplayer thing that people are doing, and it's just like, I don't know what it is, but Halo Infinite, it is free to play, the multiplayer. You can play it for free, no Xbox Live Gold requirement. You can get it on Steam, you can get it on Xbox, Xbox One, whatever, play it on cloud, whatever. No barrier to entry. Now that Halo Infinite is a free-to-play game, it now has free-to-play monetization, free-to-play annoyances. Okay, one of the biggest beef that we all had with Halo Infinite is its progression. It wasn't what we're used to. It was too slow. They've been addressing that. They've been updating it. It has improved tremendously. Now we got a little bit knickknacks that we want. Hey, can I get more XP for winning the game? Can I get more XP for performing greatly in the game? Like most kills, which they will address. That was sort of one of my biggest concern is the lack of XP. And my other biggest complaint about Halo Infinite is dedicated playlists. I want to play Slayer, and they're going to be addressing this. Now, it won't come immediately with launch. It's going to be probably a week or two after launch. They're going to start launching dedicated playlists, which they're talking about SWAT. They're bringing back to where we can just go directly into these playlists and play. So they're working on that. They've responded. 343 has been pristine when it comes to responding to feedback, and not just pristine like, oh yeah, we hear you. They've been actively updating the game and tailoring it to the feedback. So it's really crazy on the type of the feedback that's what's going on, because you get all these other games that have that launch and they launch broken, they launch with all these issues, and you have to wait weeks and weeks and weeks for updates, and sometimes developers don't even respond. It would just, and it's like, okay, they just shut up. 343 literally are responding to you, whether it be on Twitter, whether it be on Reddit, Reset Era, and they take action. And it's the weirdest thing. Now, this is not a game that we all paid $60 for. It's free, right? It's free. And the thing is that I feel like the more 343 give or do to try to make the game better, the more and more the knick-knack, the complaining that's taking place from the fans, or quote-unquote fans, right? So now, 343 has been getting a lot of feedback for different things. And mind you, just to give you a heads up, the game, there's nothing actually wrong with the game. The game, as far as principle of gameplay, is damn near perfect. I'm having a blast. I've had probably 40 plus hours. I have 3 streams that are all above 3+ hours that I've done so far. And that's not counting games that I played off stream. So it's like I'm playing, I'm enjoying my time. I have my gripes, and they've been addressed, but what's going on here is getting ridiculous, right? So they're getting attacked on Reddit and Twitter. They're responding, and they're getting defensive in some of these cases. So I'm going to read the post really that kind of got, I think, the Reddit or the Reset Era post, their page like shut down or on lockdown mode because the fans are being too toxic with their feedback. All right, so let's go to this. He says, and this is from Sketch, and he's on Twitter, I believe. It says, I can't reply to every person yelling at me in 343 here, so I just want to share a few final things to take or leave as you see fit. When we have some updates to share, I'll be back. First, I'm going to stress again that I 100% understand and generally agree with the frustrations most are expressing, even if I don't agree with the attacks and ways in which some you choose to express those feelings. Call me a shill, a liar, court speak, etc. as you want, but I've never lied to this community and I never will. And I'm not saying myself and 343 are a victim in any way. That's yet another narrative some folks here have chosen to apply. It's my job to come in here, listen, frankly take it on a chin, and despite personally being very put off by the way in which many are expressing themselves, still ensure that we are advocating for the players internally. We do that regardless of it being positive or negative, and always will. So pretty much there's a couple guys, whether it be on Twitter or on the Reset Era forum or Reddit, they come in and they've been doing a good job responding, which a lot of these developers don't do, which is just weird at the way how negative some of these butt faces are. So they're pretty much like saying like, hey, but the thing is what I've been seeing, and then people with their over exaggerated YouTube videos, because it's very clickbaity now. And the thing is right now, if you shit on the biggest game that's out right now, which is Halo Infinite, you're going to get views with the proper thumbnails, the proper headlines. You're going to get views. One dude is getting so big on it, and it's like inspiring people to be toxic. And they're responding to that, because now it's getting harder to like, all right, what's legit criticism? Because at first we were getting legit criticism and they're addressing them. Now you're just getting that nagging fanboy, childish bullshit from these man-childs. So let's continue on. He says, as for Slayer itself, we're still having discussions around feasibility. Yes, this is absolutely a hot topic and something the team is aware of. We would love to have modes and experiences that meet player expectations versus the backlash situation we're in today. I don't believe anyone at 343 thought not having Slayer was a good idea. Now, I don't know how, I'm not a game developer. I'm not sure what technical aspect goes into not having Slayer available as a dedicated playlist. It's been an option in every Halo game since its inception. It's a primary mode. I'm not sure what they did behind the scenes, so I'm going to give them a benefit of the doubt because I'm not a developer, so I can't say, oh, just do this, just do that. I don't know what goes into game development, but and you guys know I sound very defensive of 343, and the crazy thing is I've been most critical of 343 and the progression with Halo as before its release. But the thing is that this is like, so when it comes to Slayer and stuff like that, I play Slayer almost exclusively in every Halo game. So yes, I've been in my feelings that the fact that it's not there, but I will say the game in this current state of Halo Infinite, it has taught me how to play other modes and other weapons and using other weapons, because even though I'm struggling now, I have improved and I'm more open to other game modes. Halo 1 through 5, I've pretty much primarily played Slayer or Free For All, and that's it. That's it. This Halo game I've played obviously almost all modes equally, not by choice, because I was sort of forced to. But let's continue. He says, I don't personally agree that we owe folks a detailed dissertation on what 343 has been doing over the last 6 years. Whoever thought this was a good idea, etc. We had people working their asses off for years to try to deliver the best Halo game they can in the midst of very challenging circumstances. But I will try to at least provide some context for those who are interested. The launch playlists were set up as they were to take a measured approach. We have a UI limitations with the game right now in the way the number of playlists that are exposed. We have complex and not ideal progression and challenge systems intertwined in playlists and modes that are not necessarily trivial to decouple and change. Yes, the entire challenge progression system needs a lot of work, something the team is acutely aware of prioritizing. And now to address that, what's going on is that, for example, there's 3 different progression systems in Halo Infinite, right? So you have your battle pass progression, which it's randomized. You do a little bit of rank to do things to support your battle pass. You do quick play things to support your battle pass in big team battle. Even bot boot camp you can attribute points to your battle pass. And then you have the rank, which is another dedicated ranking system. Like for example, like when you hear people saying that they're platinum rank or they're diamond platinum 6 or some shit like that, that's different from their battle pass. That's a ranking you only get by playing rank matches. So at one point I was prioritizing that over my challenges, which would support my battle pass. And when you look at the playlist, those playlists, once you go into a playlist, like, so a quick play would only really support your battle pass. Fiesta will only support the limited event, that the timed event, like when we had that little ninja costume event going on. even though that didn't really, you could do things that really didn't support your battle pass, but it supported that event challenge to unlock the suit. So yes, their playlist is a bit wonky, and reading that and then seeing how it is, it's like, okay, I get how this could be an issue when they finally unlock SWAT, when they finally unlock like Slayer and stuff. What is that going to be tied to? Is it going to be like a quick play thing? Is it going to be a rank thing? Is it going to be an event thing? Is it going to support the battle pass? Is it going to support the rank? You literally have to. It's messed up, and I will say this is the fault of it being free to play. I do not support the free to play model. I can't stand the free to play model, but it is what it is. This is the version of the Halo we got. If this was the standard $60 game, it would be traditional. We wouldn't have to worry about this bullshit that's taking place. So I'm blaming this new system on the fact that it's free to play. And you know, the free to play model, yeah, we could blame Xbox, we could blame 343 for doing that way, but they made the best decision that was best for Halo and them and the franchise to keep for growth. Halo has been on a decline, so the PlayStation fanboys and everybody else says, how do you get it back? You make the best multiplayer possible, and then you get rid of the barrier that's keeping people from it. When you look at the games like Fortnite, you look at the games like Warzone, Apex that are got all this mind share. What do you do with Halo? Look, dudes are paying $70 for Battlefield that it's that's multiplayer only and missing a ton of modes and is not getting the same amount of backlash for as Halo is, which Halo one of the best games in the series, multiplayer wise, and they're responding faster than any other game is currently right now. Let that sink in. But so he said the team plans for a Slayer playlist I think are more robust than what might have sufficed for an interim solution. I love the ideas and some of the variants they are working on. Those all require tuning and most importantly testing. QA is a huge dependency and is critical part of development pipeline that has been running nonstop for months and stuff like that. Now mind you guys, Halo Infinite right now is currently in beta. It bears the beta tag until the game unlocks December 8th. So remember all the shit that we're talking, the lack of this, the lack of that in the beta phase. Remember, this is the beta phase, and this is a free-to-play game, by the way. All the stuff that's taught, the shit that's being talked, the stuff, it's, mind you, they should actually have a fair amount of time. Usually when you get a beta, you just get a portion of the game, a good portion of the game. We know it performs well. We know the achievements and stuff are unlocking and stuff like that. But technically, it's in beta. Technically, these complaints should be technically null and void as far as what you're currently getting now. The thing that really should be mattering is the performance. We're beta testing the XP. It's a working process. It's going to be fixed, right? But the thing is that as far as the modes and different things that they're adding, yes, testing needs to be done. They can't just, all right, here's the mode, have at it. Like I said, when you think about how we currently have these playlists and these multiple ranking system, progression systems that like are good for different things, as I mentioned before, where do you apply it? Where would Slayer be? Where would this? Is it going to be ranked? Is it going to be standard? Is it going to be social? Stuff like that. You know, that actually, you know, that does matter, and they have to make sure that these rollouts are perfect, that like launching this mode isn't going to break the game or is it going to mess up anyone's progression or anything like that. So I mean, that is a fair assessment. So he says, we are reevaluating what it would take to potentially just start with the vanilla Slayer playlist as a shorter term addition until more robust offering is ready. I think the main hurdle that needs to be addressed and may require more time than feasible before the holiday break is the knock-on effect to challenges and needing to also reassess quick play and what that becomes. Like I just mentioned, historically, a Slayer-only playlist and an objective-only playlist has always resulted in the objective playlist quickly becoming unhealthy. But maybe we inevitably, I can't say that word, inevitably have no choice but to go down that route until more robust systems are available. No, I am not a multiplayer or systems designer. So what he's saying is, what they've seen in the past with different Halo games when they separate the playlists is one, the objective mode usually becomes less popular versus the Slayer, and they want to avoid that. But because of all this complaining and bitching and crying that we're doing, they might have to just do that, just to do that until they get a system that they are actually targeting that might work best for both parties. He said it's not just as trivial as pushing a button, and at the scale and complexity of this game, Any and every change could have a monumental impact in a negative way without extensive testing. Correct. Okay. Triaging these feedbacks. What the hell is wrong with my reading today? These feedback issues and finding what can we do now is what the team is already doing. So what they said, like I said, they've been doing immediate fixes. They're doing things they can address now, like the XP stuff. That's fixable. That's an update. So that's why they were able to double up, triple up the progression system. Like I said, I've ranked since that last week's update. I've ranked up multiple times within a day, and people are probably going to max out their battle pass fairly quickly now because of the XP changes. So I don't know why people are crying still. But obviously with new player modes and stuff like that, and what its impact on the ranking and the progression, like I said, that has to be tested, and so that's why these are coming slowly after launch. He says everything has to be tested. Everything has downstream dependencies and knock-on effects, and we're 4 days from global launch with the holidays right after. So yeah, they got their launch, and then after their launch, they go on a holiday break until January, right? As far as the notion of this being a ploy to force challenge swaps, it just isn't. Don't expect everyone to believe that. But while we may not agree with the playlist selections and approach, I'm just going to say again, making players have no control and have to use swaps has never been a thing I've heard ever. And again, we know this entire challenge system is not ideal. While I'm glad they've been able to make some interim tweaks to progression pace and remove some of the more frustrating RNG challenges, there is absolutely more work to be done, and this is not the ideal vision the live team has in mind, though more challenge tweaks are coming with the playlist update details soon to come. I did not really enjoy having to grind 20 plus hours of quick play to hopefully get eyeballs so I could hopefully win 3 times to complete a challenge, etc, etc. Yeah, he's all right. So the thing is about this, right? People, and I understand, I see people complaining, well, you made the game, why are you responding? If you guys don't agree, you guys the maker of this game, you can change it, What he's doing is, it's like standard customer service, right? A customer is mad, so you apologize and you say, I understand your frustrations. You try to be in their side and take their side and make them feel comfortable and try to give them a level of understanding. That's what they're doing here. But it's also clear with 343 when making this game that it's coming to light that there was a lot of disagreements in what should be done and how it should be done. I don't know who got the power to roll out what was done, but clearly there is some disagreements on how the multiplayer should work or how the progression should work in these challenges, and it's showing now. Somebody's over at 343 saying, I told you so, I told you they wouldn't like this, and now they're making those things. I think and I think it's these challenges is more so it's because this is a free-to-play system and they had to find a way to monetize this game. Now, you're not going to hear me complain about monetization of this game. I don't care about Halo Infinite's monetization. I don't care how much they charge for an outfit. I don't care how much they charge for a badge or a shoulder pad. That doesn't bother me. I knew that was going to be a thing to contend with when the game went free to play. The problem is a lot of these frauds that are playing Halo Infinite, it's like, I've never played a Halo game for the stuff that you would have to buy anyway. I've always played for rank and bragging rights. I can still do that without spending a dime. Because Halo is free to play and they can't sell it to you, all these people, millions and millions of people playing this game, they can't make $1 if you download the game. They should be able to monetize this game however they want. I don't care if they charge $100 for a helmet. At that point, the game is free. That's up to you. We all know how free-to-play model games work. For the stuff you want, you have 2 options of getting it: grind or pay. For some reason, that can apply to every other free-to-play game, but it can't apply to Halo. Everything has to be easy. Like the point of you playing Halo is they made the game fun and addicting to make you want to play more. And then as an incentive, all these extra stuff that they have available in the game, you can grind for it and stuff like that. Do I agree with the playlist system? No, I think Slayer should have been there day one. I think dedicated playlist should have been there day one. Hey, those complaints are legit. There are legit complaints and complaints that people have, and I'm not going to argue or disagree with them. But then you have these man-child things where people are just trying to, clout. There's dudes that they got lucky, made a video criticizing Halo's battle pass or the things that are missing, and it got hot, got a lot of views. So now they have to ride that wave. So every video they're doing, they're just dedicating their channel for Halo Infinite, and it's creating a bunch of butt munching fans who have nothing better to do about cry about little things. Are some of the complaints legit? Yes, they are. They are legit. But the way that people are going about it, we know these dudes are being doxxed. People are cussing them out. They're doing all this. Mind you, they're doing this in the midst of these guys responding to the feedback and updating the game live. They're updating the game, and it's crazy to think that there's several other games that people have legit beefed with that came broken, unfinished, and they're not getting the same level of energy. Something's wrong. So but yeah, man. So pretty much the Reddit page post it's locked down until these people can calm down and stop crying and stop whining, stop being big babies, and they're going to relaunch and they can, you know, have the conversations. But it's the reason why this this video is, you know, so long, and the discussion about Halo Infinite is so weird because Halo Infinite is a very good game multiplayer wise. We know the campaign, you know, is gonna the reviews come out tomorrow. The multiplayer is trending at like a 9 out of 10. This is despite the issues that or the complaints that we have. It's true. That's how good the combat, the gameplay loop is. That's how good it is that in this current version of the game, before they update with the fixes and the little improvement, the quality of life fixes, it is trending at a 9 out of 10. It's literally a 9 out of 10 multiplayer experience. The whole package is probably going to be better, but the thing is that it's so polarizing of like the online community and their feedback. You would think that we were dealing with a bad game, and then you got these little phony guys who are trying to, you know, show that Halo Infinite is somehow a failure because they keep going to the Steam numbers. It's not. Of course, the numbers have dropped on Steam since its launch. You know, where its peak number, it hasn't peaked at its peak numbers. I think it was like 271,000 concurrent players at peak time. It then again peaked at like 201, but now it's obviously lower than that. But people are utilizing only Steam numbers to determine how successful it is when this game is available on Game Pass. It's available on Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, cloud gaming, and Game Pass for PC. So my thing is that why is it Steam? The only numbers you're using is Steam. This game, it's not an exclusive. It's not a Steam exclusive. It's not a PC only game. You jump on Halo Infinite right now, you're not going to have to wait to launch into the game. I guarantee you. No matter what game mode you select, whether it's quick play, whether it's ranked, big team battle, game you're gonna be booted into a game fairly quick. So there's definitely players on here. So I don't know why people are bigging up Steam as if this is the only place to play Halo Infinite. But just to give you guys a heads up, they already answered the whole lack of playlists and stuff, and that they're going to be updating with more playlists, and they're going to have it available before the holidays, but not at launch. So that means pretty much the week after the game launches, because they obviously got to get this out before the holidays. You got to think a lot of these dudes' holidays are going to start somewhere between the 20th and the 23rd of December. So I expect by December 20th, December 19th, whatever, these dedicated playlists will be available. Windows Central has found, well, they reported on a bunch of modes that are found in the game that aren't quite in the game yet for us to play. And we can see arena attrition, dodgeball, arena elimination, which we know this. So elimination is the thing because they already have achievements dedicated to this mode. Fiesta attrition, capture the flag, which is Fiesta capture the flag. That's different. Fiesta one flag, capture the flag. So okay, Fiesta strongholds, rank one flag, tactical slayer, which is just SWAT, tactical slayer commandos. Now my favorite, I would do that more than regular SWAT. Team Slayer manglers. Oh, that's gonna be dope. Slayer sidekicks and Team Slayer stalker rifle. So yeah, these are going to be obviously in the game. Hopefully they are available for launch. They're obviously baked into the game because there's achievements dedicated to playing some of these modes. One of these modes allow you to revive teammates, and I don't know if it's elimination or attrition, but they should be available. The goal is to get these playlists, dedicated playlists out and ready before the holiday. So like I said, before Christmas, by Christmas, we will be playing with dedicated playlists. They already updated the progression system. I'm sorry that this video is so long, but I have just had a lot to say. There was a lot posted about this game, and I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. There's a lot of polarizing things, a lot of people talking, a lot of videos are being made, but there's a lot of false narratives. And those false narratives is that Halo Infinite is bad, Halo Infinite is dead, the players are account, there's nobody playing the game. That's fraudulent. It's fraudulent. It's wrong. The game has been being updated. Developers have been responsive. You probably hear that the developers are like, are like shunning fans, and that's not the case. They've been responsive since day one, and they've been acting and updating the game with every feedback. And we're looking at probably one of its biggest updates fairly soon when the game launches. But let me know your thoughts on Halo Infinite. Is it really fair to be going at these dudes like this? And like I said, I still don't know of any development team that has been responsive and has acted on feedback this quickly. And the crazy thing is they're getting the craziest amount of hate, and I think it's unwarranted. But shout out to 343. Halo Infinite is a very, very fun game, even though I broke my controller because I was playing horribly. I punched my analog stick out last night's stream. But I think they're doing a hell of a job. I think the campaign is going to be epic. I think it's going to review well. I have nothing really against this game. And like I said, like my complaints at least it's been addressed. Everything I've complained about has been mostly addressed. So a lot of the stuff is kind of just fluff, FUD, and people just fear-mongering and wanting this to be a problem. But nobody's going to be able to stop the Halo train. It's a great game. Sure, it has some issues and fixes that they need to do. Not with the actual game playable. It just, with the monetization, I actually don't care. Charge whatever you want. It's more so just the XP and dedicated modes. They need more modes, more maps, and those will come. And some of us are just honestly being greedy. But it is what it is. Xbox is the best box. I am the best bot. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it went long, but I hope you guys enjoy. Peace.